11 a.m. Check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come I need rest? No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Hot and humid, Coach. Those are the descriptors right now just outside of Washington, D.C. Water's going to be needed early and often today at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Come on, fellas. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch the pass. Hey, kill.
SOS.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Safety's creeping.
On second down now, it's Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 20! And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 53 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, kill. 27. 26.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And shedding through the tackle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
2, 3, Mike. Here we go. At the 15-yard line.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Redskins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A nice little juke. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Hey, let's get this, get this. Switch, switch, switch.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Danny.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He completes it to Bryant. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
53. Here we go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 49, check 49, check 49.
A give to Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Check.
A handoff left to Elliott. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So out now come the Redskins. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Wide, get wide.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over
All
first
day,
and
baby,
10
let's go.
at their
Let's
own
go.
25-yard line.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Kill. 53. 3. Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, kill. Let's go.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on 1st, 4 on 2nd, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Under. I got it. Here we go.
The give is to Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put them on the buses. Sweat. Hey. Mike.
A give to Elliott running left. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Elliott, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Prescott looks to throw on first. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
All day. Ready up. Mike 48.
They gonna need some therapy.
first and 10. It's Haskins forced out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They still, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult.
And the pressure gets to him again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 53. Come off the ball.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 18.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Gun. Buzz, be ready. 53's the Mike. 53.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 82 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Let's go.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Mike 54. I can't believe they let you play.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's talking about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Geis with a carry on second down, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First first down. Here's a run with Peterson.
Go, 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 run, run.
And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Get the ball out the Cowboys' hands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
They'll run with Elliott.
Go, it's run, it's run.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Redskins 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the ready. 4, Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. I got wide. Watch the shift.
Play action. Haskins dumps it off for Geis. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Haskins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Mike, 15 Lonnie. 6 man. Check curls. Check 43.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 8-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins flushed out right. And I think the ball's out.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Check. We're going to 53. Watch the pass. Switch. 22, jet cover.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Wide 8. 53, Mike. It's a party now. Woo! Alert 3.
Again, it's Elliott.
Lucky.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Returnable for Thomas.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 44-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They go play action with Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Hey, check 24.
They go play action now. Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
On 1st down, Elliott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5.
Joker. On your team.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 53, Mike. Hey, watch the lane. Here we go. Go to 54. Wide 8. Quick. Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott to throw it.
53. Mike, 53.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. Intended that time for Cooper. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Haskins will throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Elliott running right. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Go, get out there.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
53, Mike, 53. Come on.
Now a give right side. It's Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. 23 yards, the final tally.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. No chance.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You got it, son. He's checking. Crash. Under. Safe.
They go to Elliott again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
I'm coming.
Haskins to throw. And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Let's go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
That's it. 55's my guy.
And the blitz does come.
I'm coming.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's keep moving.
On first down, Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, turn it.
We're going to 53. There we go.
Now Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line.
Check. Fresno.
26.
Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Heavy on the edges.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Right there.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Check.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Check Mike 50.
61. Match box.
Right. Check 52.
Shot. Hey.
Motion. Bumps off the helmet. Here we go.
Right there. 54. Right there. 50. I got him. Try it.
He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Malik Collins in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ballgame. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Cowboys, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, call the ref.